Mr Speaker, on October the 7th, 1,200 innocent men, women and children were murdered at the hands of the murderous terrorist organisation Hamas in Israel. Israel is the only multi-party democracy in the Middle East. It is a long-standing ally and security partner of Australia, and this country has consistently voted with a range of like-minded nations in the United Nations on a range of matters in relation to Israel, recognising the fundamental democratic values that the State of Israel embodies, and recognising that it is very important to send a clear message at those who are supporting and encouraging murderous terrorist activities. What we have seen from the government just now is a motion that's been moved with no notice to the opposition. The Assistant Minister has scuttled into this place to move this motion without bothering to give any notice to this side of the House, showing contempt for the millions of people who are represented by those of us on this side of the House on a matter of such extraordinary sensitivity in our community at a time when there is across our community, across our nation, a significant component of our population that feels unsafe. And what we have seen is a conspicuous failure of leadership by this Prime Minister, by this weak Prime Minister, by this weak government, and we've seen that consistent pattern just repeated by the Assistant Minister. If this was something they were proud of, they would have notified the opposition, but they haven't bothered to do that. And you have to ask, what is going on here? What is going on here very clearly is a government that has abandoned long-standing principles on the basis of short-term political considerations. And I say to the government, I say to every member of this House, I say to every Australian, if we have just seen a murderous terrorist attack with 1,200 innocent men, women and children killed, with some 200 people taken hostage, some of whom are still kept in the tunnels under Gaza, some of whom who are still held hostage. All of us want to see a secure and lasting peace. And the way that peace is to be achieved is in the hands of the murderous terrorist thugs who control Gaza. It is in the hands of the murderous terrorist organisation Hamas. And what we have just seen from this government, from this weak Prime Minister, is a decision to reward terrorism and to reward terrorists. That is what we have just seen from this weak government and this weak Prime Minister.
The manager will pause the order. The member for Tangney, the Assistant Minister.
I ask that the member withdraw.
Well, there's far too much noise for me to hear what the manager was saying, so I'm just going to ask him to assist the House to withdraw so the debate can continue.
I withdraw, Mr Speaker. I make the point that when a nation of Australia's standing makes a decision as to what we do globally, it sends a signal. And the signal that this government is sending and the signal that this House of Representatives is being asked to endorse is that we are rewarding terrorism, we are rewarding the lawless, murderous terrorist organisation Hamas That is what this government is proposing, and this side of the House believes that that should be acknowledged.